Hey HCG family, it's Tony. Well, I am back on phase 2, and today I want to share with you what I'm going to fix for my lunch today. I'm going to make a shrimp and miracle noodle stir fry with asparagus. You can use whatever vegetable you like for this recipe, but I'm choosing to use asparagus today. I also want to tell you a little bit about miracle noodles and why I like them for phase 2 and phase 3 of the HCG diet. So I'm going to start with my asparagus. I have a whole bunch of asparagus, which is about a pound, and I'm going to just cut off the tips. I'm going to cut them into about 2-inch portions, and I'm going to throw away about the last 4 inches of the asparagus because this part tends to be extremely tough. Now a little bit about miracle noodles. Miracle noodles are perfect for phase 2 and phase 3 of the HCG protocol because they have no calories, no carbs, and no fat. The reason for this is because it's made from a plant and it only uses the fiber from this plant. So the thing about miracle noodles is it comes in they come in a package that's filled with a liquid. What you want to do is cut the top off the packet and strain it. So when you're preparing miracle noodles, you want to, first of all, strain the liquid that it comes packaged in. I just cut the top off with some kitchen shears and pour it into a strainer. Now, the one thing you may notice is the miracle noodles, the liquid that it comes packaged in has kind of a funny smell. Some people say that it smells fishy, some people say that it smells chemically. But in order to get rid of that smell, what you want to do is boil it in some water for about a minute. And that totally and completely gets rid of the smell. Also, I'm using the Miracle Noodles Angel Hair Pasta, and they're really long and they tend to stick together. So what they recommend and what I like to do is just take some kitchen shears and just cut the noodles up into smaller pieces. It'll make it easier to eat. I have about 7 ounces of shrimp, which is going to be 2 servings, 2 P2 servings of the stir fry for my lunch today. You can season the shrimp with salt and pepper. I like a lot of flavor, so I'm going to season it with some of my homemade blackened seasoning. I'll put the recipe or a link to the recipe for my seasoning at the bottom of the video. But it's basically a combination of spices, and they are all phase 2 friendly. So I've got my skillet heating up, and I'm going to spray my skillet with a little bit of Pam so that it doesn't stick. Also, if you can tolerate coconut oil on P2, feel free to use about a teaspoon of coconut oil in your skillet. So while my miracle noodles are boiling, I'm going to go ahead and cook my shrimp. Like I said, I've seasoned my shrimp with blackened seasoning, but you can season yours with whatever you want. Salt and pepper, garlic powder. You want to make sure your skillet is nice and hot, and just cook the shrimp until they're pink on one side and then pink on the other side. So I'm going to turn my shrimp over and let them continue cooking on the other side. Now, one thing that people always ask me about miracle noodles is, what do they taste like? Well, the truth is that by themselves, they really don't taste like anything. They're kind of like tofu. They take on whatever flavor you're adding to the dish, which is why I like to use a lot of spices and seasonings whenever I'm cooking with them. So my shrimp is almost done. And what I'm going to do now is add my asparagus. You want to continue cooking until the asparagus browns just a little bit. While this is browning, I'm going to add a couple of my other favorite ingredients. I've got some minced garlic and some minced ginger. Now, if you're a P2 HCG purist, and you like to do things pop in the way that Dr. Simeon's has instructed, and we all know that he did not include garlic or ginger in the protocol, you can substitute a half teaspoon of ginger powder and a half teaspoon of garlic powder, and that would be a pop version of this dish. For me, I use minced garlic and minced ginger all the time, and it doesn't stall me or stop or make me gain weight, but you have to make that decision for yourself. I'm just going to add a little bit more water. Now I have my miracle noodles that I have strained after they've been boiled, and I'm going to add those. You just want the miracle noodles to soak up all the flavors that you put into the dish. The last thing I'm going to add is a little bit of Bragg's liquid aminos. It has a lot of good protein, and many people use it on phase 2, and they find that it doesn't cause any weight gains or stalls. And it also adds a lot of flavor. It tastes like a little bit like soy sauce, and it's kind of a staple seasoning for me in P2. There's one more thing I like to add because I love spice, and that is about a sprinkle of red pepper flakes. I like for my noodles to get nice and brown. I'm going to add just a little bit more water, and I'll be done. There we go. Now that's going to be 2 servings that I'm going to have for lunch today and probably lunch tomorrow.